built in and for free. So let's turn from any other questions on technology? Oh, we've got one. Peter asks, do you back up Exchange and SQL? Yeah, Peter, we do work with Exchange and SQL. We generally work with the native Exchange and backup SQL agents and then back up their output. We've also got a managed server backup solution where it's called our Blue Sky CES, or Complex Environment Support Program, where as an IT company you're probably supporting a certain number of servers. You can actually have us manage the backup of those servers. So we'll remote in, set it up, monitor it, provide you with reports, and actually completely own the backup and recovery management of that box for you. And that's at a cost of only $25 a month. And most of our partners look at that as the no-brainer because they can't support a server for $25 a month at all. They then on-sell the service to their customers at a very significant markup. So if you're interested in that, that's our Blue Sky CES service. Another question here from Deb. How does unlimited versioning and archiving affect account size limits? Deb, they don't. You've got an account and you put files in that account, and we don't charge you for the archiving or for the versioning. SOS bears that cost on the back end. Okay, so we've seen that slide before. So why partner with SOS? 5 key reasons: technology, delivery and support, high margin revenue, brand building, and customer retention. On the technology side, we really do lead the pack when it comes to technology, both under our own brand and under your brand. Certainly, there are other companies who do focus on providing online backup platforms. They're pretty weak on technology, and we stand alone as a technology leader under our own brand, let alone in the partner channel, because usually companies who are focused on the channel are a couple of years behind people who are just focusing on the direct market. We lead both in terms of technology capabilities. Delivery and support, we're going to talk a lot about the support you get as an SOS partner, but 11 data centers around the world. Actually, this slide's out of date. You get a dedicated account manager who works with you, dedicated sales associate who provides you with sales support, dedicated partner delivery consultants who works with you to build a business plan around this product, rebrand your software for you, get your website set up, get you integrated with your billing systems or our billing systems, and get you launched. High margin recurring revenue. Some of our partners are making as much as 60 or 70% gross margin on products sold. And we'll see some ROI models in a couple of slides' time. And then brand building and increased customer retention. One of the leading reasons people come to us is because they've got an existing customer base and they either want to extract more revenue per customer out of that base or help retain customers. And online backup's an extremely sticky product. Once a customer has their backup data with you in the cloud, they're very unlikely to migrate away from you because it's what we call moving costs are very high in this industry, just because there's so much hassle involved in moving backup vendors once you've selected one. Okay, another question. Michael asks, can you back up and restore a workstation like WinHome Server does? I'm not familiar with the way WinHome Server works, Michael, so if you could give me more detail, I might be able to answer that question. Okay, so we've talked about some of these elements, but I just want to touch on them a little more. This is the 360-degree partner solution, and these are all the elements of what you get when you become an SOS partner. So obviously you get access to our 11 data centers around the world, get access to all of our product and software fully white-labeled and reskinned, rebranded to your business, get access to our billing solutions, whether that's using our e-commerce gateways or integrating with our APIs and using your own existing solutions. Remember, you always own the customer, so we work with you and you work with your customer. Our marketing resources and our entire partner resource center, which I'll show you in a minute. Ongoing sales support, which is completely unique in the industry. Our sales reps will work with you on sales calls, so they'll actually show up to a conference call with you as your backup expert. They won't disclose that they're from SOS, and they'll help you close your customers, and we're the only people in the industry who do that. Dedicated training programs. We have training that goes on every day, live classroom-style trainings that you can access over the internet. There's also training resources, all available through the Partner Resource Center, so there's on-demand resources as well as live training sessions that you can attend, and then technical support. We've got 24/7 technical support for our partners. phone-based, and then we've also got 12 hours a day, 5 days a week, live chat-based technical support as well, and then of course we've got 24/7 ticket-based technical support. All right, I just want to take a moment and just today focus on the marketing support that we provide to partners, because a lot of people who partner with us are very competent technically and might run a small IT business but are concerned about how they would market and position and sell a new product like SOS to their customers. So I'm here on the SOS website, and I'm flipping across to SOS for resellers, and I'm just going to click here on Partner Resource Center, which I'd encourage you to spend some time in after today's webinar. And the Partner Resource Center is a portal that we put together that is filled with resources for partners to succeed commercially with online backup. So there are email marketing templates that you can use. There's an ebook on pricing guidelines, so how to price online backup for different market segments. Sales presentation templates, so various proposal templates that you can use to help sell your customers. A DR plan, so this is a 30-page ITIL compatible disaster recovery plan that you could actually sell to your customers as part of your services. And we've had partners sell that for as much as several $1,000s, and all they've really done is filled in a process document that we've created for our partners. There's an online backup sales guide, which is a 12-step analysis of everything you need to do to be successful from lead generation through to close winning a sales opportunity, through to supporting that opportunity during its life cycle and then upselling it. White paper on tape versus online backup, technical training, support documentation. A really diverse mix of resources is available there in the Partner Resource Center. And you can get access to some of the Partner Resource Center even if you're not yet a partner. Call in, talk to one of our partner specialists, and ask to get access to the PRC, and they'll be able to arrange that for you. And I think that's a great way to get a sense of the sort of support that you can get from SOS as a partner. Another question we get a lot of is, what markets are we seeing success in, partners having success in for online backup? So on this slide, in terms of vertical market segments where we're seeing partners really succeeding, medical and healthcare is a big one right now, as well as financial services. The HIPAA regulations, which impact the whole healthcare industry, pretty much mandate that any company subject to HIPAA regulation needs to use technology like online backup to protect its data. Similarly, the Sarbanes-Oxley regulations effectively mandate the use of online backup in the fin services sector too. They don't, of course, stipulate online backup, but they stipulate certain rules about off-site protection and encryption of data, which means nearly the only cost-effective way of doing it is through using online backup. Other strong markets are the legal market, and then government and education have always been very strong markets for online backup products. And then the other way we look at it is how this technology gets sold. So how do you position it when you sell it on into the market? Obviously it gets sold as a general disaster recovery and archiving solution, but then also some more point uses. It gets sold as a laptop fleet protection, a solution for laptop fleets. So in enterprise, laptops are one of the black holes of data protection. There's been no technology that's really handled laptop fleet backup well. So you've got Fortune 500 companies with thousands of laptops that aren't being backed up. IBM's CTO actually last year made a comment at a conference saying that fewer than 10% of IBM's laptops were being backed up, which I thought was quite illuminating. Branch office backup protection as well is another area which we see this technology being sold into. Core server backup, email servers, app servers, database servers, that's a pretty obvious way to sell this product, and that's bread and butter. And then recently we've seen the product being sold more and more as a remote data or mobile data access solution, which really ties into that access platform of the SOS product strategy. And I want to flip through to this slide because we often have discussions with partners around what sort of revenue potential is possible and what sort of margin is possible. And this is an example of a medium-sized IT business who has a handful of large clients and then a mix of small home office clients and some medium-sized businesses. Their approach was to create online backup bundles. So they came up with a $500 a month package, a $750 a month package, and then a $100, $200, and $300 a month package. And they sold those as just flat fee packages to their customers pretty successfully. Then on the back end from us, they would purchase gigabytes, but they wouldn't sell it. They wouldn't sell it on a per gigabyte basis to their customers. Just sell it as full business data protection, which I think is a very clever way to market online backup, because getting into a discussion about the cost per gigabyte is difficult with customers who don't really understand what a gigabyte is in many cases. So, in fact, one of the things you'll see in our pricing guidelines and our training materials is that we strongly recommend that you just position this as a total data protection service with your customers. So you just back up their entire business. And then behind the scenes, you'll calculate how many gigabytes you actually need to provision for that customer and then deploy that. And that's a very profitable way of selling online backup. In this case, this partner has purchased $12,000 roughly worth of backup from us and has on-sold that at a pretty ridiculous markup, $70,000 worth of revenue. So that's a gross margin of 82% in this particular case. Now, obviously, this is an example of great success, and I'm not suggesting that everybody would be able to hit these numbers, but they're great numbers to aspire to. And the process of building this model is very important at the stage you're in when you're evaluating getting into the online backup market. So one of the things we did is we built a process here at SOS, which gets called by various names, but we build an ROI for you. So we build a return on investment spreadsheet for you. If you call in and speak to one of our partner specialists and ask to have an ROI model built, they'll ask you a few questions based on leading indicators that we've found can indicate success about your business and your product and your customer mix, and try and work up a few different scenarios for you so that you can get a sense of the sorts of revenue you're looking at, cash flow and profitability against your investment in this type of technology. So that's what this line down here at the bottom of the slide is talking about. Number one takeaway from this webinar is get an ROI model done by an SOS partner specialist. Here are some more examples of white label product. This is an example of our vulnerability scanner, and you can find this on our website. The vulnerability scanner is a small tool we provide to partners, which you can see out here. It is branded for SOS, and in the partner, in the background, it's rebranded for one of our partners. What the scanner does is quickly analyze the PC it's running on and come back with a report on how much data it found in these different categories: documents, images, music, video. So it's a fantastic marketing tool. If you can get all of your customers to run this branded tool of yours, then that really helps you scope the opportunity that you've got with all of your customers to back up all of that data. Tremendous tool that I really recommend you get from our partner specialists for you. I think we talked about most of these things, but just again, talking about the depth of support. When you become an SOS partner, there are no fewer than 4 people assigned to you. So there's your sales associate who works with you both to become a partner of ours and then works with you to sell to your customers. Your partner delivery consultant who gets you into the market and supports your technology needs. Your dedicated account manager who owns the overall relationship between your business and SOS Online Backup, and then your support consultant who works for you and works on your cases. And that kind of depth of support I don't think exists anywhere else in the industry.